So this London guy cheated on the wizard Liz, and literally the internet has exploded. Girls all over the world are crying about this. So first, I have to say, maybe this is just one big publicity stunt. Celebrities do this kind of thing all of the time, and you literally cannot trust them. But yes, it is kind of bittersweet because the wizard Liz makes videos about how to get people obsessed with you, how to get guys to be obsessed with you, how to get princess treatment, and she's literally the one to get cheated on herself. Honestly, it just shows that nobody is safe. Even a girl with the beauty and the power of the wizard Liz still got cheated on. And apparently the wizard Liz is like 4 months pregnant and she's also engaged to this guy, so that just makes it all worse. Now, me, myself, I actually do really like some of the wizard Liz's content. I think she is really captivating. But then again, I definitely do strongly disagree with some of the things that she recommends. I just think they are a total recipe for disaster. And some of the things that she recommends for women are actually quite degrading. The wizard Liz is always giving advice, but I think it's time that she takes some advice from other people. So I decided that I wanted to rewatch a few of her videos this morning, and I realized just exactly where her mindset of being a woman in a man's life completely went wrong and goes wrong. So I was literally awake at like 6 a.m. this morning. So I decided to rewatch the princess treatment video. And in this video, she is literally giving women recommendations on how to basically get a guy to spend a shit ton of money on you. Like, she literally says things in this video like go to the mall with the guy and talk about and point out the brands that you like, and go in there, do a bit of window shopping and say that you like this item and that item in the hopes that he will eventually purchase that item for you. So a designer handbag, for example. I'm sorry, but where I come from, real masculine men are not going to be going into a shopping center with you and going through all of designer stores, looking at designer handbags and shoes. It's just not a really masculine thing to do. Men literally hate going shopping with women. Like, can you just imagine your brother or dad going into YSL with you or Dior and spending hours looking at handbags with you? Literally, men stay away from this kind of situation and would rather not be there. And I'm talking about real masculine men here. The wizard Liz says that a guy that does this has a provider mindset and he isn't a broke guy, but is a really masculine man going to be willing to go into like Chanel with you and spend hours looking at girl stuff? Like, seriously, make it make sense. If you're with a guy that is willing to spend so many hours shopping with you and picking out all of this fancy stuff and jewelry and whatnot and makeup, that is actually questionable behavior. For me, that kind of thing just shouts out like escort behavior or having a sugar daddy. Like, is all you want out of this masculine provider guy just gifts? Like, what about actual emotional needs? But the whole main point of your relationship just shouldn't be about how many gifts he's bringing home for you every single month. Like, it literally is such a materialistic way to lead your life. You could absolutely love the new Hermes handbag that's come out and buy that, and then the next month it's going to be like all tatty and you don't even want it anymore. Why is there so much emphasis on material things? I think this is definitely one of the mistakes the wizard Liz has made in her life, because she is super prioritizing being absolutely adorned and showered with gifts, and clearly has forgotten to pick apart things that are mentally going on with this London guy, and clearly been completely blindsided by the fact that she's been cheated on. And then in the video, the wizard Liz contradicts herself, saying that she doesn't mean that you need to be with a wealthy guy, but just a guy who has that provider mindset. Okay, so that is fine if he is a provider and generous with his money, but currently the average salary, for example, in the UK, I believe is around 25 to 30k. And with that salary, people are barely affording to scrape by and pay the bills every month. So how is he going to be able to go out and buy you all of the latest designer items, make you feel like a princess, when clearly people are struggling to afford basic necessities in life? Like, honestly, I just find this whole situation really annoying, especially how girls have lost that really powerful girl boss mentality that was like really big, I think, sometime in like 2015. Everyone just wanted to run their own businesses and have their own money. And it reminds me of that famous quote once about where a mum said to her daughter to marry a rich guy, and she said, "No, mum, I am the rich guy." Like, does the Wizard Liz and her fans even read the news and realize the reality of life these days? Junior doctors, for example, are constantly going on strike because their salary is 30k. 30k a year, with barely enough to afford the bare necessities and pay the bills and pay your rent. But the fact that he is a doctor who is working night shifts to save people, does that not show anything about their personality? Or is all that matters to you this whole provider mindset that the Wizard Liz has been totally preaching about for such a long time now? And someone that could eventually just like walk out your life, and then what you're gonna do? Like, what if he asks for all the gifts back? Once some rich guy they were once with leaves them, and then they suddenly realize that they have to go back to work. Like, seriously, I think she said this Landon guy spent like $1 million on her, or people on YouTube are saying that, and I keep calling him the Landon guy because I literally don't know his second name. But literally, what does that show you? $1 million or £1 million or whatever currency is literally a lot of money. And if someone can spend that much on you but then is happy to go and cheat on you, how does that show that he thought that you were a good investment? Like, he literally invested $1 million in you but still didn't see you as good enough and still went ahead and cheated on you. So that just shows that this whole princess treatment video and all the recommendations she's made to women about having a guy shower you with things and getting him to provide for you literally does not work in this current day and age. Like, you are literally not living in the 1500s. Like, you're literally not Anne Boleyn and Henry VIII when he kept sending Anne Boleyn all of the jewelry. Like, that time has gone now. And girls need to like keep up with reality and realize that they need their own financial independence. Apparently, she is selling her engagement ring and it's worth $100,000, and she's going to use it to donate to a single mother's charity. And honestly, I think that is definitely amazing. But it's amazing how she immediately thought of a way to like get this guy back by generating some kind of money from it. But like, I know there are probably a ton of super mega rich guys out there who are happy to spend a lot of money on a woman. Like, how can you ever know whether they genuinely care about you? Or even in this video, she talks about her friend and how she was shocked to find out that her friend didn't have an allowance card from her boyfriend or partner. So she said that all girls should have like some kind of allowance card where the guy puts money on it for you and you can just go about and spend that money, spend it on whatever you want, go out for coffee, go shopping, whatever. And again, I just think this whole behavior is very like sugar daddy, like escort type behavior. It just is. I just think that it is really tacky. Like, I just don't think that being that kind of woman is someone who would be a role model to younger girls. Because you're just teaching young girls out there to literally go and like splurge and live off a guy and then have like no financial independence. That is a very dangerous situation. And then suddenly, like, what if he passes away? Like, what if he gets ill and can't work anymore? Like, what if he literally cheats on you, like in this whole Wizard Liz situation with Landon? Like, how hard is it going to be now to go and find the next super wealthy multi-millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire guy that is going to go and top what the last guy did? If you're with someone who is like trillionaire status, like Jeff Bezos, and you're having this super ultra mega rich life and you're used to that, and then the next guy you find is literally only a billionaire, and then your level of like luxury comes down a bit, and then you end up leaving him, and then you end up with a millionaire guy, and then you're going to be even less happy with what a millionaire can only get you. And this whole provider mindset is just absolutely pathetic. I think girls are becoming super lazy and are not thinking about what the heck they can bring to the table in these relationships. Like, I just really want to go into this Landon guy's head and see exactly how much respect he had for her. He spent $1 million on her, but then apparently used Snapchat to go and find another woman. Like, seriously, did he even have any kind of respect for her at all, knowing that she was pregnant as well, and the fact that they were engaged? For me, if you are someone who is just way too materialistic and is constantly expecting gifts and holidays and all of this princess treatment, and you're not really doing anything besides manipulating this man, you are just losing a ton of respect for yourself, and you will ultimately end up being cheated on. The Wizard Liz even gave some like really weird examples in this video as well, such as like calling up a guy and asking them to pay to get your car fixed, one example where she said that she was like dating someone in the past who was super mega rich, and they would constantly send photos of like their cash or their money to her, and she would literally say, transfer that money and put it into my bank account. Like, I just think that whole language is just really weird and tacky. As Mark Zuckerberg, for example, he literally wears the same clothes every single day, and he doesn't feel the need to show off his wealth. Like, princess treatment is something that should be earned and deserved as well. Like, you can't just expect to walk into somebody's life and you've known them a few months and then you suddenly expect them to spend all of their money on you. Like, you need to show that you also bring value to somebody's life. And the Wizard Liz just says like the fact that you are a woman is enough. No, I literally do not agree. Like I said, it is not 500 years ago. We are not living in the medieval ages. Being a woman who simply like produces kids is not enough anymore. Women need to be financially independent. Women also need to contribute. There are literally serious, crazy things going on in the world right now, literally wars. Why the hell are you being so unrealistic and expecting that someone's just going to walk into your life and literally pay for all of your stupid little designer handbag needs? Like, earn it and get it for yourself. Like, I literally personally know some couples who literally worked together and weren't the richest when they first met each other, and then worked really hard together, and then eventually, once they acquired a certain level of wealth, managed to like spoil each other. So much more of a way healthier, genuine dynamic, and a relationship that will definitely last because you have an appreciation of each other. So one thing I definitely do agree on though with the Wizard Liz is, as a woman, do not let yourself be victim to a broke guy. And when I say a broke guy, I mean someone who is unemployed mostly by choice, not literally someone who has like zero ambition, has zero desire to make their life better, and just simply wants to leech off you. Because I know there are a lot of guys out there like that who will just come across a girl who is super hardworking, might have good money, might have really good inheritance, and their simple plan is just to leech off this woman and get her to pay for everything. And then they put the lady in this really masculine energy that she doesn't want to be in. I definitely do think that you need to avoid that kind of situation. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was just my little take on this whole Wizard Liz and Landon situation. It is very different to the content I do normally post. But if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, like and share this video, because I do plan on making similar content to this in the future. So if you are a new viewer, please do subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below.